So, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. So, I'm representing Skobbler, and I'm one of the co-founders. And what we do at Skobbler is we're all about maps and location-based services. And when we founded the company a bit more than 3 years ago, we said that we want to do something on top of something called OpenStreetMap, which is a Wikipedia for maps. So everybody can edit the map, can create new ways in the map, and work with it. And at that time when we founded the company 3 years ago, the established players said that we are completely crazy and we'll get people killed if we go into car navigation because users are not able to edit the roads. And we thought, well, we like to do crazy stuff, so let's give it a shot nevertheless. And I think we've proven them wrong. We're now in 15 countries live with our app, with our navigation app. And out of these 15 countries, we're in 9, the #1 navigation in the App Store. So with more than 2.5 million customers who actually paid for our products, it's pretty clear that you can build even the most complex turn-by-turn navigation services on top of an open source map. And we've been able also to achieve profitability with that. We've been able to grow to a bit more than 70 people as of now. So this is really, really exciting for us. And our goal is now, besides our own app business, also to work on a B2B business to offer the platform which we build for our services, also for other companies. What I want to highlight is that maps are really at the center of location-based services, and with that also at the center of mobile. And that's why we believe it's a huge opportunity which we have at hand. And to be quite frank, what I believe is in 3 to 5 years, OpenStreetMap will make all other maps obsolete, like Wikipedia has made Encyclopedia Britannica obsolete. And as you can see with acquisitions from Navteq and TeleAtlas with 8 billion and 4 billion respectively, the market is really huge, and to make these companies obsolete, of course, is a huge potential in the market. And basically what we want to become, and what's our key model, is that we want to become the Red Hat of OpenStreetMap. We'll never own the OpenStreetMap community. It's an open source community, and that's not our goal to do that. But we want to become the #1 technology enabler on top of that. In terms of competition, I think it's pretty clear that Google Maps is the biggest competition because Google has a team of over 1,000 engineers in its geo team, and they're really excellent. But we still think that with the growth of the open source map, we can beat them in a similar way that also in many markets, Linux is beating now Microsoft in the server market. And I think there we have a really strong play, and Google will never be able to scale. OpenStreetMap have already 600,000 registered mappers, and Google even has so many employees, so they will clearly not be able to keep up with the growth that's coming at the OpenStreetMap, which is growing exponentially and doubling in amount of data every 18 months. So what I want to highlight a bit is the platform that we're building. So we have focused first on building our own products, because in the beginning nobody believed us that we can build something. So we said, well, the best way to prove people is to put out a product and make real revenues with it and put it on the market, and then we can get the B2B partners. So everything that we've built so far in the Gia stack is basically we have the OpenStreetMap layer on the bottom, which is kind of like the Linux source code, if you will. Then we have built our enabling technology, which is called Geos, where we allow the people to easily access the highly complex map data in very simple things to say, get me turn-by-turn directions to one point, show me a map, things like that. So very simple. And then we have the app layer, where we have at the moment our own apps, which are really successful. And we have also recently launched the first third-party application, which is a speed cam warner, and which is in Germany now also the #2 navigation app directly after our own navigation app. So at least in Germany, in the car country, we really own the navigation space. To give you some of the facts, so we have more than 2.5 million customers, as I said. In Germany, we are all-time the 9th most sold app in the App Store, and the #2 non-game after WhatsApp Messenger. Actually, I figured out this morning when I checked the number, we're now #1 paid navigation in 10 countries. So that's really going well. And at the moment, we're making 80% of our revenues on the app business and 20% on the B2B side, with a clear focus to shift towards the B2B side. Because we already signed many big additional players coming into that. We are break-even since Q4 2011, and we expect strong profitability in 2012 about our company. So what we are here for and what we're looking for is, our clear goal for the company is to make OSM competitive internationally. In Germany, it's the strongest market, because in Germany we have a lot of open source geeks, so there the map is clearly ahead, but we see the same growth in any other markets as well. So what you can expect from us is that we'll be the ones who drive with quality assurance, drive the quality of the map, and make it much better and competitive internationally. We're looking for any partners who are looking for independence from Google. So that's clearly a value proposition. Google has screwed a lot of partners recently, and I think it's pretty clear that people don't want to rely on Google if they do location-based services, because you never know if Google will not compete with your own market tomorrow. We're open to discuss anything in the field of M&A and growth financing. We're not actively out raising money because, as I said, we're cash flow profitable, so we don't have a strong need for that. But clearly for us, any opportunities in the US market is very welcome because it's a huge market and we haven't really entered this at full force. And that's clearly one of our next goals. And what you can see for us, we have signed Germany's biggest automotive company, Bosch, where we're bringing a project later to the market. We have launched the SpeedCam guys. And you can at least expect 5 to 10 more applications on our technology platform this year. And we'll definitely reach something between 10 and 20 million customers on our technology platform by the end of the year. Thank you very much.